Hey, how's it going? My name is Robert Hampton Jr. I'm training out of Carlson Gracie Riverside, and I represent the Pit Kickboxing.
Talk about your camp over in Riverside, and obviously you've got Eric out of your team as well, and what it's like having a teammate fighting for the title the same night.
It's absolutely crazy because it turns up the intensity in training. It puts us in fight camp every single day, whether we're fighting for the title or not. And he got all our support because we're pushing to make sure he's at the top of his game, and he's doing what he could do to make sure that we're at the top of our game. And that's why I love him as a teammate.
Go ahead and talk about how you got into fighting. How did it all start, and where do you want to take it?
Oh, man. It actually started when I was about 12, 13 years old, me and my boy Isaiah. We used to walk around our apartments and everything, just fight each other, just to have fun, like who's the more dominant male and everything. And his dad was like, man, if y'all want to do that, come on, I got the pads down in the garage. Let's get some work in. I'm going to show you how to do some jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, Muay Thai, stuff like that. I took a break because I started playing football all throughout high school and everything, and I didn't have time to do any other things. And then once I got to, my sophomore year of college, I blew my MCL and my LCL out. My father passed away. And when my father passed away, it was a tough little scenery, you feel me, a tough little time for me. So I took a year and a half off of sports, and then by that time, I said, forget that, I'm not going back to football. And then my sister passed away. And then when my sister passed away on her deathbed, she told me, you better go get in that cage or you better go get in that ring and do what you was meant to do. So, and that's what got me here. I talked to my cousin Andre Yule. He said, come on down to the gym. And ever since then, we've been on and popping. 4 years in, and I'm ready to take over. A lot of people look at fighting as a little money escape, a little money thing, but I look at fighting as something that's taking me out the street and put discipline into my heart, and that's something I could teach the next generation coming up. So fighting for me is just getting to the top of my game, be the best that I could be, so I could teach the next generation, hey, get out the streets, get up in here, become a coach, become a fighter, become somebody that's worth something. And just don't look at the negative as negative. Always look at it as positive and always grow from it.
You said your cousin's Andre Yule. Talk about, having, obviously that's somebody you could look up to. He's been at the highest spot in the sport. He's fought in the UFC, beat legends like Kenan Burrell. What's it like looking up to that guy?
Looking up to him is his discipline. The man's discipline is something that's beyond anything else, because even though I was playing football and everything and I thought I was going to make it to the NFL, just watching him grind and make it to the UFC and then make a name in the UFC and still make a name to this day, the man is just something great to look at. It's something great to look forward to, because it also gives me that strength, hey, no matter when you started, if you put in the work, you're going to succeed.
What do you know about your opponent, and what do you expect this fight to look like?
I know my opponent is a wrestler, but his last 2 fights, he got 2 knockouts. I'm not really worried about that. I really want to stand in the middle of the octagon and really just throw down with him. And I really want to focus on my skills and what I could do to develop me while I'm going against my opponent.
Do you have any statement you'd want to give directly to Jared if he sees this?
Jared, if you see this, man, let's go in there, let's get the fans a show, and let's do what we was meant to do. We're fighters, we're warriors, so let's put on the fight.